Well, you have the first week under your belt. I'm a little more casual today. It's a Saturday morning, and that's kind of how I have most of my classes set up so that and just so you know this, if you don't already, is that I try to have things set up so that you can work on it the weekend before through the next week. So those are the weeks that everything will be due on Friday. Okay, just to simplify things and give some people that I know people are working, and they have other classes too. Something that you need to remind me and some of your other professors at times that 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 I'm not the only one that you are responsible to. Um, this week we're gonna we're going to talk about just the basic accounting, the basic accounting equation: assets equal liabilities plus net worth, or owner's equity. Either way, you want to look at it, and maybe I'm hoping that it will be helpful for those that have been enrolled in accounting. Maybe they're concurrently enrolled in it. Um, and that sort of thing. We're going to talk about things called debits and credits. To be honest with you, when I first was introduced to that concept, it was a fairly confusing concept. But again, accounting is fairly simple. All accountants know how to do. And I have an accountant, and I use him all the time um, because I get confused easily. But accountants know how to add and subtract. They do it well. But it really comes down to the basics. And try to keep things as simple as possible. As was pointed out last week, a record system, an accounting system, a financial system, a production record system is not very useful if you don't use it. So I always say aim small, miss small. And that's a kind of a hunting phrase, but it means just start simple. You can always build it out as you go and get better at it. As you get better at it, you gotta crawl, you gotta walk, and then you can run, and then you can jump and everything else. Okay, so we're gonna take this one step at a time, so that you do get the basics down, and hopefully it won't be too confusing. It may be a little bit mundane. I apologize for that, but when it's your business, then that's when you ought to start digging into it. And my hope is that you become intensely interested in in the detail of what we're going to be talking about throughout the semester, so that you can instantly apply it. So when we talk about the accounting equation, well, how does that relate to you? Well, no matter where you are in life, you have some assets. You may or may not have liabilities at this point in your life, but a lot of you do. And consequently, the result of that equation is that you have some owner's equity and some net worth. Okay? So it's as simple as that when it really comes down to it. So anyway, I've worked through, the reading is really important. They're short chapters. That's one of the reasons I really like this textbook. I hate to call it a textbook because most people shy away from that sort of thing, but I would just employ you to use that as a resource, and at least briefly read it. Use the 2 videos I've uploaded for this week, and then take the quiz by Friday. And we're going to get into some more things. Just to give you a little preliminary of what the next few weeks hold for you. We're going to talk about the balance sheet and how it relates back to this accounting equation. And then we're going to talk about the income statement. And then we're going to talk about the cash flow. And those are all very, very important concepts and statements within a financial business like you're running, or will run, or will be responsible for, somebody else possibly. So they're important concepts. And if you have any questions, give me a call. The best way is to call, and I'd be happy to share my cell phone number with you. If I seem like I'm hard to get a hold of, you can always leave a message on my office phone. I leave early Tuesdays and Thursdays specifically for my online course load. So that's a good time to call. And before work, I'm an early riser, and I'm usually, my brain is up and going, so I don't have any trouble actually having you call me, and you're not going to bother me. That's what we're actually here for. I get I get some feedback from students is that they don't want to bother me. I get paid for you to bother me, okay? So, and I enjoy getting to know you, by the way. So, and I appreciate the introductions that everybody did, and you get to know me throughout the semester. So I'll try to leave it at that. So good luck this week. Have it in by Friday, and I look forward to seeing you on one side of the monitor or the other, or the phone line, or however we have to communicate. Thank you.